for $207 million.
That's it?
Over 5 years. It's the Supermax rookie extension. He's the first to do it, to be eligible for it. Twice first-team All-NBA. That's what made it happen. So for Bill Duffy, the agent, this is a big, big day for him, as well as for Luka.
When you say the first to do it
because it's the rookie –
Supermax.
It's the rookie Supermax, which means you'd have to, A, stay with your team, B, twice All-NBA, and he's first-team All-NBA. So that's, that's a rarity.
Because typically they would get the Supermax what year? Like year 7, 8, somewhere in there?
Yeah. But what I mean is that he's in his third year.
I understand. That's what I said. Usually
and he's been first-team All-NBA already. He's that guy.
So he can get the Supermax again and again.
Oh, yeah. If he stays with, this can keep going if he stays in Dallas. Now, the Lakers have loaded up. They're trying to win a championship. Golden State wants to make another run at it. You've got this guy now for 5 years at $200 million. Mark Cuban, as we know, is not afraid to spend money. He is a guy that the whole league, you saw the respect that he has now from his peers. He's a guy that the superstars all go, that guy can play. He's good. So can Dallas become a contender while Luka's there? Because you think they should be able to attract players. But do you see them, at the end of this deal, will they be a team that is contending for a championship? LeBron's not going to be in the league at the end of this deal.
I don't know if they can draw somebody to Dallas in free agents.
Why not?
I just don't know.
To play with him?
I think it's...
Great market, great owner, great player.
I don't think it's as much... I lived in Dallas.
Yeah.
And it's different, man. It's a different city. It's fun. It's just a different city. And free agents like to go to places, bigger cities on the outskirts, the New Yorks, the LA.
They want the coast.
They want kind of the coast is the way that I look at it. It's hard for me to envision somebody going to Dallas unless the sales pitch is just crazy. Now,
or they're from Texas, which has great players.
J. Kidd is there, so that could add something. Nico is there from Nike. That could add something.
Nico Harrison, right?
Yeah, that could add something to it. I mean, it could be interesting.
Doesn't Mark Cuban also play into this? I think Mark Cuban has to be. First of all, we know the guy is not afraid to spend. He is willing to pay for a championship. He's done it once already. I think he's a pretty popular owner amongst players. I don't think there's a lot of players that have a problem with him. I think that's a guy that
have a problem with it.
If you want to play for somebody, that's a guy I want to play for.
Yeah, I don't know though, man. Because if I had a chance to go somewhere else other than Dallas, I might do that.
All right, before we tie this up though, listen to Woj. Woj is on SportsCenter because when you think about Luka and how important he is, I think to the league now, because he's going to be when LeBron moves on. I think Luka's the guy, face of the league type. By the way, his peers respect him. Listen to how Woj said. The priority of getting Luka signing this extension this summer, what type of priority was it for the Mavs?
Priority number 1, 2, 3, 4. This was it. And I think they certainly had confidence, that Luka wanted to sign the deal, that he's committed in Dallas. There's a lot more to be done. They've gotten to the playoffs twice. He's had some historic performances in the postseason against these two series with the Clippers. But they're trying to put more pieces around him, get Kristaps Porzingis back playing at a high level. They re-signed Tim Hardaway formally today. But Luka Doncic, listen, this is not just an organization that's building itself around Luka Doncic. This is a league that is going to largely be built around his star power.
See, and that's why I feel the same thing. I think this guy internationally, what he did with Slovenia, who'd never been to the Olympics, I mean, they had a chance to win bronze. They were 1 point from going against the Americans for gold. A great block by Batum of France stopped that. But Luka had a fantastic Olympics. This is not a face of the league guy. This is a face of the game guy in the world, or at least could be at the age of 22. And so it was huge for Dallas. Now you hear Kristaps Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr. Those guys are good players, but to win a championship, they're going to have to upgrade that. And I'm just curious to see if they can get it done in that amount of time. All right, that is certainly big news in the NBA. Big money, no doubt about that as well. 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776 is the number as we were talking back into the NFL stuff about the threats to the Chiefs, to the Bucks. Who would be the biggest threat to the Bucks?
Tell us about a historic deal involving Luka.
Luka Doncic has agreed to sign that 5-year, $207 million Supermax contract, Kevin. That'll include a player option on the last year. This is a landmark deal for Luka Doncic. His agent, Bill Duffy from BDA Sports. This is the first rookie eligible signing the Supermax who's already eligible. He's already fulfilled the criteria to get that full $207 million because he's been named All-NBA twice. He will sign that deal tomorrow. I'm told they'll have a press conference in Slovenia, but Mark Cuban, Jason Kidd, Nico Harrison, this entire Dallas contingent is in Slovenia. They flew in to present it to him, and now Bill Duffy tells me that Luka will sign this deal tomorrow, and now really the future face of the NBA, a player everybody expects to win multiple MVPs, perhaps even championships, is now locked up in Dallas on his 5-year, $207 million deal.
You mentioned the Mavericks brass, too. Some new names, of course, a new head coach and Jason Kidd. What kind of a priority was this for the Mavs, especially after their longtime GM and their longtime head coach were both out after the season?
Kevin, priority number 1, 2, 3, 4. This was it. And I think they certainly had confidence, that Luka wanted to sign the deal, that he's committed in Dallas. There's a lot more to be done. They've gotten to the playoffs twice. He's had some historic performances in the postseason against these two series with the Clippers. But they're trying to put more pieces around him, get Kristaps Porzingis back playing at a...
It's been a week of major moves by playoff teams during NBA free agency, especially in the East. Victor Oladipo is staying with the Heat on a 1-year minimum deal, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. A source said the former All-Star will be rehabbing from May quad surgery to start the season. He played in only 4 games for Miami after a March trade. The Hawks are keeping restricted free agent John Collins, 5-year, $125 million deal. Collins played a key role in Atlanta going to the Eastern Conference Finals, averaging 17 and 7, shooting almost 40% from 3. And Kemba Walker is heading home. The 4-time All-Star agreed to a buyout with the Thunder, and Woj is reporting he's planning to sign with the Knicks. He grew up in New York. The Celtics traded Walker in June, 2 years after signing him to a 4-year max contract. And then he was later, of course, shipped from the Thunder, and now he gets a new future in a place he's quite familiar, and he loves the bright lights of the Garden in his career. Walker has averaged over 21 points per game at MSG, the 7th most since his rookie season in 2011-2012. And who could forget that game-winning step-back J for UConn against Pitt in the Big East tournament at the Garden. Yeah, the first person I thought of after the Kemba news was Stephen A. Smith, and he was on vacation. And guess what? Stephen A. Smith's joining us off of vacation. The man never stopped working. So what was your initial reaction when you heard the news that Kemba is coming back to New York to play for your Knicks?
Well, first things first, I'm still on vacation, at least until Friday. That's number one. But this is worth it. This is worth it, Kevin Nagandi. Because the bottom line is this. Kemba Walker can ball. Make no mistake about it. The reservation about Kemba Walker, are his knees okay? Are his legs okay? We know that when healthy, this brother is good for at least 20 to 21 a night. He can hit the 3. He definitely can hit perimeter shots. He can dance on anybody. He can create his own shot. And if you watch the New York Knicks, particularly during their playoff series against the Atlanta Hawks, that's what they were devoid of. When you looked at the guys like Reggie Bullock and others, they couldn't create their own shot, okay? Obviously, Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett, they need to be kidnapped and handcuffed and have their left hand handcuffed so they can learn how to use their right. I love them both, but damn it, when everybody is screaming, they're going left, and you continue to do that because you're not ambidextrous, that's problematic. So when you got somebody like the Kemba Walker, that's definitely a plus. You couple that with the fact that you retain Derrick Rose so you don't run him into the ground, and you've got Emmanuel Quickley who can come off the bench and do some things for you. I like it. Is it a significant upgrade that upgrades them to the top 3 in the Eastern Conference? No, but it leaves them at the very least where they are right now as a playoff quality team who's building the right culture, and they're on the come up. I'm good with that. I'm good with that right now.
All right, now